York, why does it seem so inviting? Welcome back, Butera's Bar. I figured we'd do an autumnal drink, so I am going to make today a version of a Moscow Mule. I'm going to call this a cider mule. Mules are a common drink from around the 40s. They're actually a much older drink called a buck. A buck was made basically because of a drink that was ginger ale and lemon juice, which was called a horse's neck. So somewhere along the line, someone decided to add liquor to that, and then it became what's called a buck because it had a kick. Get it? That's where that comes from. The nice thing about mules is the classic one, of course, is the Moscow Mule, which started around the 1940s in LA. I believe Smirnoff was one of the first people to start making that. They started promoting that all around the country. The whole reason that it is called a Moscow is just because it was vodka. It has nothing to do with Moscow whatsoever. But people started drinking vodka really back in the 40s because of Moscow Mules. And they also used to do them in a classic copper cup. I'm not sure where that came from, but that's what they would put in the adverts. So Moscow Mules were made in a copper cup. Can you make a mule in something that's not a copper cup? You could, but you shouldn't. So we're going to do them in a copper cup, okay? Very easy to do. All we're doing is we're adding our cider, apple juice. Cider's better if you can get it. Of course, we're going to use the ginger beer. We are going to use lemon juice, and I'm going to do a little bit of thyme and some cinnamon sticks to give it some extra autumnal flavor. The cool thing about drinks like this is that you can switch out anything. I'm going to make it with vodka, but you could even do rum. You could do bourbon. You could do almost anything with a mule, and that's why it's very versatile. It's great for parties. So think about this for the holidays. I'm pretty sure we're going to do a Christmas episode, but if you ever wanted to do this, the easiest thing to do is you mix your cider and your liquor and your lime juice. You can even throw some thyme in there, let that steep a little bit. When you have your guests, you just go ahead and pour it out and then just add the ginger beer to each individual drink so it's still got some fizz rather than mixing it all up together. So here we go, kids. Other cool thing, you do not need any sort of a shaker. All you're going to do is we're going to combine everything. So we are going to throw some ice into our mule glass. I guess it's a mule, I don't know, into our copper cup, okay? And we are going to add a couple of jiggers of our vodka. As I said, it could be vodka, it could be, you could even do them with gin. I think when you do a mule with gin, it's called a Ginger Rogers, believe it or not. So there you go. I'm going to add like all this ice in here to get it really cold, actually. And then we are going to add our cider. And I am going to rub a little bit of this thyme around the rim of the glass. A lot of things, people tend to forget the... You're smelling the drink as well as tasting it. So any sort of aromatics actually do become a part of the drink. So I rub it around the rim, kind of crushes the leaves a little bit. Now we're going to add our ginger beer, a squeeze of lime. You could use lemon too, it doesn't matter. Either one works. And then what I am going to do is I'm going to take a cinnamon stick, put that in there, and our little bit of ginger. And there you go. Oh, I almost forgot. Just for fun, since there's apple juice in it, why not a slice of apple? And there you are. We have a cider mule. Yeah, really good. It's very autumnal. It's got the apple juice. It's got a little bit of the spice from the thyme, and of course your piece of cinnamon stick. So they're lovely. So make them, kids. Make a cider mule. And everyone be safe. I know everything's a little crazy right now. Gather in small groups. Don't go nuts. We are still in the middle of a pandemic, hence this show is how this even came about. So be safe. Happy Thanksgiving. Love to family and friends. And chin chin.